It is official, and this is the moment that millions of Americans have been waiting for. Congress has now passed a new bill connected to Social Security, and it includes provisions that could mean extra money for certain beneficiaries as early as this month. Before I explain exactly what this means for you, I need to ask for your help. This channel is dedicated to bringing you the most important Social Security updates the moment they happen, but I can only continue doing this with your support. If you find this information valuable, please take just 2 seconds right now to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. That way, you will never miss critical updates that could affect your benefits. Your subscription is completely free and helps this channel grow so I can keep bringing you this vital information. Now let me tell you exactly what Congress just did. For many older adults living on fixed incomes, even a small change in their monthly resources can make a meaningful difference. Today we are going to walk through exactly what this development means, why lawmakers say it was necessary, how it could affect monthly checks, and what seniors should be watching for in the coming weeks. If you rely on Social Security retirement benefits, supplemental security income, disability benefits, or survivor payments, this update deserves your full attention because it touches directly on financial stability, budgeting, and peace of mind. Let me start by explaining why this legislation happened. Now, over the past several years, the financial pressure on retirees has steadily increased. Prices for groceries have climbed significantly. Housing costs have risen. Prescription medications continue getting more expensive. Utilities and transportation costs have all moved higher. Many seniors have shared that their monthly checks simply do not stretch as far as they once did. The purchasing power that seemed adequate just a few years ago no longer covers the same expenses. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have heard these concerns repeatedly in town halls, letters, and policy meetings, while debates about federal spending are often complex and sometimes contentious. One issue tends to bring widespread agreement across political parties. Older Americans deserve financial predictability after decades of contributing to the system. They worked. They paid into Social Security throughout their careers, and they deserve a retirement marked by stability rather than constant financial anxiety. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rais Money Talks, the channel where we break down money matters, government policies, and retirement updates in a simple and practical way. If Social Security, retirement income, or financial security matter to you or your family, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because we regularly share updates that can directly impact your financial planning. Over the past several months, Congress has been working behind the scenes on a Social Security bill shaped by long negotiations and detailed analysis. Lawmakers examined economic data, inflation trends, rising healthcare costs, and long-term projections for retirement security. Their challenge was clear: provide meaningful near-term relief without disrupting the long-term structure of Social Security. Policymakers understand that sudden or poorly designed changes can create confusion and instability, especially for seniors who rely on predictable income. That is why so much of the discussion focused on clarity, stability, and targeted support. At the heart of this legislation are two major concerns that retirees across the country continue to talk about. The first is the growing gap between Social Security benefits and real-world expenses. For many households, benefits simply have not kept pace with the actual cost of daily living. The second concern is how quickly financial conditions can change. While annual cost of living adjustments already exist, there are moments when lawmakers believe additional action is necessary. According to supporters of this bill, this is one of those moments. So what does it really mean when we hear that Congress has passed a Social Security bill with an extra payment? In simple terms, the legislation authorizes a supplemental financial boost designed to reach qualifying beneficiaries without requiring a complicated application process. Efficiency is a key priority. Officials want payments to move through the existing Social Security system so seniors are not burdened with paperwork, delays, or unnecessary steps. Naturally, when retirees hear about an extra payment, practical questions come up right away. How much will it be? When will it arrive? Will it affect regular monthly benefits? And who qualifies? While administrative agencies will finalize the technical details, lawmakers have already emphasized one important point. Regular Social Security payments are not being replaced or reduced. The extra payment is an addition, not a substitution. This matters because retirees depend heavily on consistent payment schedules. Financial planners often say predictability is one of Social Security's greatest strengths, allowing households to budget with confidence month after month. If this explanation is helpful so far, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Rais Money Talks. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you don't miss future updates. To understand why this bill gained momentum, it helps to look at the broader economic picture. Even when inflation slows down after a period of rapid increases, prices rarely return to previous levels. Instead, they stabilize at a higher baseline. This means many seniors continue to feel the effects of inflation long after it stops dominating headlines. Lawmakers repeatedly pointed out that retirees often have fewer opportunities to increase their income compared to working-age adults. A senior living on a fixed income cannot simply ask for a raise or work extra hours to offset rising costs. Healthcare expenses played a particularly important role in shaping this legislation. Medical costs tend to rise with age, and unexpected health issues can quickly disrupt even the most careful financial plan. Policymakers heard directly from retirees who described delaying medical procedures, stretching medications, or cutting back on essential expenses just to stay within budget. These real-life stories helped reinforce the urgency behind the bill. Another factor driving support was recognition of Social Security's role in retirement income. For millions of Americans, it is not just a supplement, it is the foundation. Many households rely on Social Security for most of their monthly income. When purchasing power declines, the effects ripple through daily life, influencing housing choices, nutrition, and overall well-being. Supporters of the bill argue that providing additional funds now may help seniors avoid deeper financial hardship later. Timing is often the biggest concern after news like this breaks. While agencies still need to coordinate distribution, lawmakers made it clear that the goal is to move quickly. Financial relief is most effective when it arrives without prolonged uncertainty. The expectation is that the existing payment system will be used whenever possible. If you currently receive benefits through direct deposit, the extra payment would typically follow the same route. For those who receive paper checks, the process should mirror the established method. Consistency reduces confusion, and reducing confusion is a top priority when millions of payments are involved. It's also important to stay alert whenever new payments are announced because misinformation and scams tend to spread quickly. Experts are already warning beneficiaries to be cautious of unsolicited calls, emails, or text messages claiming to speed up or unlock benefits. Legitimate Social Security payments do not require fees, urgent responses, or special enrollment calls. The Social Security Administration will never threaten to suspend your benefits, demand payment, or ask for gift cards or wire transfers. If you'd like a separate video focused entirely on Social Security scams and how to avoid them, let me know in the comments. In terms of eligibility, lawmakers designed this measure to reach those who depend most heavily on Social Security income. This includes many retirees with limited additional resources, individuals receiving disability benefits who cannot work, and survivors who rely on monthly payments after the loss of a spouse. These groups typically have very little flexibility when prices rise, making supplemental support especially meaningful. There is also a psychological aspect to financial updates like this that often goes unnoticed. Financial uncertainty can affect sleep, health, and overall quality of life. Even knowing that additional support is coming can ease anxiety. Research consistently shows that predictability is closely tied to emotional well-being in retirement. When seniors know what to expect financially, they experience less stress and more peace of mind. For years, experts have encouraged retirees to build emergency savings whenever possible. At the same time, they recognize that many people were unable to do so due to medical challenges, job disruptions, or caregiving responsibilities earlier in life. Supplemental payments can act as a temporary cushion, helping households manage unexpected expenses without turning to high-interest debt. This bill also reflects a broader shift in how retirement security is discussed in the United States. The population is aging and people are living longer. Retirement is no longer a short phase of life. It can last 25 or even 30 years. Policymakers are increasingly aware that programs created decades ago must adapt to modern economic realities. Of course, any legislation involving federal spending raises questions about long-term sustainability. Supporters argue that targeted measures can coexist with responsible long-term planning. Critics emphasize the need for ongoing evaluation. These debates will continue, but for current beneficiaries, the most important issue right now is understanding how this update may affect them directly. Financial advisors often recommend using unexpected funds wisely. While every situation is different, many suggest prioritizing essential expenses, addressing overdue bills, rebuilding emergency savings, or covering healthcare needs. Thoughtful use of even modest additional income can strengthen financial stability over time. There's also reassurance in knowing that policymakers are listening to the lived experiences of retirees. Financial stability is closely tied to independence and dignity. Being able to pay bills, afford groceries, and manage medical costs without constant worry plays a major role in quality of life during retirement. Some may wonder whether this extra payment signals broader reforms ahead. While no single bill can solve every challenge, it does suggest momentum toward adapting Social Security to changing conditions. As implementation moves forward, communication from official sources will be critical. Staying informed through announcements from the Social Security Administration can help prevent unnecessary concern. Remember, the passage of a bill is only the beginning. Implementation turns policy into real-world results. Agencies must coordinate systems, verify eligibility, and schedule payments carefully to ensure accuracy. Patience during this process is important. The key takeaway is simple but meaningful. Congress has acted, and the focus is on delivering additional financial support to Social Security beneficiaries. In times of economic uncertainty, concrete action carries real weight. Stay informed, remain cautious of misinformation, and plan carefully when additional funds arrive. If you found this video helpful, please share it with friends or family members who receive Social Security, and don't forget to subscribe to Rais Money Talks so you never miss important updates that could impact your financial future. Drop a comment below and let me know what topic you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.